Hey, 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 hey.
I don't care what bitches say.
Oh, that's a good one. Because today, Jennifer and I, we are going to be talking about why is it so hard to make friends with girls.
Oh my goodness.
Why are females so difficult?
These hormones, man. These hormones.
They be raging all over the place.
You know what? I've thought about that so much over the past years where I've actually cared about making friends.
Oh, you don't care anymore.
I don't think I care anymore. I think I'm content with my little group that I have.
Little circle.
But I think there's so many reasons. Like, I feel like even at the gym, it's so hard. Like, the dynamic between women.
How are you making friends at the gym?
No, I'm just saying, like, you know how men don't know each other and they'll just come up to each other at the gym, like, hey, can you spot me? Or, like, let me spot you or whatever. When are you going to see a woman do that? Never.
I've seen it.
You have?
I've seen it.
Girl, let me go to your gym because...
I've seen it like once or twice, but it's not common. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not common. So it's just like, I feel like I'm very unapproachable because I just have like a resting bitch face. That's my only explanation because I'm not a mean person. I'm not a bad person either. So,
but I feel like you are approachable too, because that's how Roxanne met you.
Right, but I approached Roxanne.
Oh, I wasn't there. I was just there once everybody was together.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, I probably, if I wouldn't have approached her, she probably, like, that whole thing wouldn't have happened.
Wow.
But I feel like that's like that with so many girls. Like, they feel like they need to be approached. Like, a lot of girls that you think are bitches are not bitches. They're just, like, you just need to approach them and, like, get to know them. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of girls don't do that because they just think that they're a bitch. So they don't do it.
So what do you feel like is the main issue why it's so hard making friends with other females?
I just think we prejudge before we know that person.
Prejudge as in like, she looks like she's stuck up, so
yeah,
you know. Okay.
I feel like that would be what I think would hold a lot of women back. But of course, like, I think that's wrong. You know, like I like I said in a previous video, like, I don't think I'm the type of person that like goes up and approaches men, but like with women, if I feel like I want to ask you something or if I want to compliment you,
you're gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it.
I feel like that's me too. I feel like I can make friends with other females because I'm just a social person and I don't have any intentions of like prejudging somebody or, you know, envy or jealousy. Like, no, we can all get the bag together. We can all look cute together.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
Okay.
I feel like most people are not like that.
No, I feel like most people are just like out for themselves and they feel like
selfish.
Like it's all a competition. You know, like, I'm gonna take your man or I'm gonna take, you know, your piece of the pie if, you know, like, we're hanging out or whatever, as opposed to like seeing it as a platform, you know, or like a place where we can like level each other up. You know what I'm saying?
That's another thing too. Another reason why I feel like a lot of people find it to be so hard to make friends is because they think people are benefiting from their friendship. Right. Like, if you have 100,000 followers on Instagram, that person might want to be, you know, in a photograph with you and then be tagged in it because then it's beneficial to them because then they get more followers on their end. But that's also guys too. That's not just girls.
Right. Yeah, no, I think it goes both ways.
Yeah. So it's hard because you don't know people's intentions.
Right. And I also feel like it's hard because, for example, you might look at me one way if I don't know you, and I might perceive it as a certain like attitude or something.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
that's just me.
But that's just you. Yeah. And then that might turn me off as to coming to saying, hey, Jasmine, like, let's be friends. You know what I'm saying? Or like inviting you to come out with my friends or something like that, you know? So I feel like that's really what's going on. But I've had situations where I've known that like people have been talked about for being stuck up, for being conceited, for being whatever. But then I go talk to them and it's just like, no, like it's not.
That's
like
not their whole.
That's not their whole vibe.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm sure it also depends on how people are approached too.
That's true.
Because if you're being approached in like not a nice way, then I'm obviously gonna get probably defensive or something. You know, like I probably won't act in a nice way back.
You know what it is girls are catty. They're very like act first, think later.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
In a sense, so like let's say you thought somebody looked at you in a nasty way. You already feel like you don't want to be their friend, right? You're acting like I don't want to hang out with that girl over there, or don't talk to that girl over there, or whatever with that girl over there. Or it could be like, oh hell no, I'm about to go say something to that girl over there type thing. Instead of just being like, well, maybe she wasn't really looking like that towards me, or somebody told her something in her ear that made her act that way. We just
assumed
that the look was towards me. Yeah, exactly. I know one time I went to the Rev and it was with me and my sister. It was before your birthday dinner. I took out Alyssa for her birthday, and there was a girl that was next to us and she was by herself at the bar. And me and Alyssa had a picture. This was our second picture. So we were feeling a little generous.
Turning up.
And she had gotten a drink and she finished her drink. So I was like, girl, you want some of this picture? And she was like, yeah, sure. Like, like she wasn't sure if she should or shouldn't. Because, females are kind of like, what? They're talking to me?
We're so skeptical because that like never happened.
Exactly. So she got a drink, whatever, and then she was like, she started dancing with us, whatever. And then her friends came and she was about to leave the bar, but before she left the bar, she bought me and my sister shots. She was like, can I get 2 shots for them? And I was like, that's what we need in this world. We need more women like that.
Yeah, and I love that the way women are going now, especially like in social media and stuff, women that have influence are going in like the direction of like we have to pull each other up as opposed to tearing each other down, because it's just so sad that like I know a lot of women have like good intentions. They're like good people, and they're seen in such a negative way because of sometimes how they're just perceived. And it sucks because all of these misconceptions as to she looks like this or she looks like she's that, and then it's just like we don't really know the person. And like we're judging them before we even say hi to them.
Know their name and who they are, what their story is, because a lot of people are who they are because of their story.
Right.
Their background, how they came up.
It's like you never know, like they say, you should never be mean to a person because you never know like what they're going through.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that person might be seen as stuck up by somebody because of something they've been through and like they saw together or for whatever reason, but like most people are not like that.
Do you know what I feel? I feel in high school it's a lot harder to be friendly with girls rather than like now. Like at college, after college, it's kind of like you're not jealous of anybody else because you get your own bag. You could do your own thing. Like you don't have like intentions of benefiting from someone else because what they're doing you can do as well. While in high school, it's more so like, oh, she's always rocking the new Jordans and I don't get the new Jordans because I don't have a job and my mom won't get them for me. Or she's always with the cute guys because she dresses cute and I can't hang out after school. Like, I feel like in high school it's more envy.
Right.
So it's harder. That's why, like, there's so much, like, fights in high schools and middle schools between girls. And I feel like in college, even when you go out to the bar, like, you don't really see that.
Yeah.
You don't
everybody's just doing their own thing.
Yeah.
You're also, I feel like in high school, you're also just encapsulated with those group of people that you can't really, like, you're basically like a little family that like knows everybody.
And they're gossiping.
Yeah. And then when you go out to a bar, it's just like, I might go out with you and I know you, but like, I don't give a fuck about anybody else in there, you know,
or their opinion, or how they feel, how they're looking at me.
Right.
You're like, no.
Right. But that might also be like an East Coast thing, because like in the West Coast, I feel like they're just like, oh, how are people gonna look at me? How are people gonna see me? Like, if I wear this, like, what are people gonna think? You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is a little bit more superficial over there, as opposed to
it depends
here.
where in the West Coast, because I am from California.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like where I lived was like that. I do feel like girls are definitely jealous, but then again, I was in high school. That's where I get the whole high school thing. Once you grow up, you glow up. And I feel like everybody glows up together, and there's less of that tension between females. So I feel like it's easier to make friends as you get older with other females rather than being a young girl.
Right. So do you think it's easier than older starting to make a new friend as a girl as opposed to being in high school?
Yes. I feel like, well, not necessarily. I feel like there's less jealousy when you're older.
Okay.
Like, I definitely feel like the mindset is different, and it's less tension, it's less everything that I mentioned earlier. I do, because when you're making friends now, I feel like it's benefiting your future. Like, the people that you meet most of the times is in networking situations. I mean, if you're going out to the bar, then it is what it is. It's most likely like you guys are not going to be friends, but you got a few more girls to dance with in your little clique. But if you're going out and you're exchanging numbers, it's because you guys have that same interest. And usually when it's the same interest as an adult, it's towards like a career or something that you want to do.
Yeah. Or you're just like very similar in a lot of areas.
Or that.
I mean, I think that's a good thing though, because it's cool to see like that transition of like being in just one area and feeling this way, and then growing up and then being more free, and then obviously like less caring of what the world thinks and like what you're doing, what you're wearing, whatever, you know.
And I feel like as an adult, you make more friends, especially females, through other friends. Because your other friend is bringing this girl, so that's how you know.
But I also feel like some girls don't like to bring their other girlfriends. They have like different circles, but they don't like to bring their friends like into like their different groups. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't like to combine their groups. I
combined everybody for everything.
That's what I'm saying. Like I just feel like
if I'm going out, I'll let everybody know, and then whoever shows up, shows up. It's not like a selected circle that I only go out with. Have you ever had a situation where you met another person's friend and you didn't get along with them? Like somebody brought a friend out with you guys and you just didn't vibe with her at all?
I've been in situations where like women are like very aggressive, that like it just makes it uncomfortable to just express yourself freely, because you just know they're gonna like ram back, or whatever you say could be like judged in a way, because there's some people that like I can tell you something, you know, something that I might not even be proud of, right, but I'm just trying to like vent or something, and you'll feel like you're being judged when you're telling your story. Okay. You know, as opposed to, you know, if you come talk to me about anything and I'm just gonna be like, I'm actually gonna try to listen to you and just see how I can maybe give you advice or help you, or just, you know, simply listen to you if that's what you want, and then not like think, oh, Jasmine is this because of what she told me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? No, I get what you're saying. So it's like sometimes you feel less comfortable in certain groups, or like in a group setting with certain people because of the way they might react, because you never know how they're gonna react. That's true.
That is true. Females are tricky. It's so tricky who you can and cannot tell your business to, who will run the mouth and who will keep that secret to the grave, and who's plotting against you and who's really riding for you.
Yeah, that's another thing. Because you never know when like a friend can turn, or like they're really close to you today, and then like a few days down they're just like, you know what, fuck Jen. Yeah. You know?
The period like, flow. The cycle came.
The period flow.
Where they're just like,
blame it on the period.
I always do. But I don't know. You guys tell us, do you feel like it's harder making friends with other females, or do you just be like, yes girl, get it, and we're besties to the end of time? I feel like it's not that bad as an adult.
I feel like we're also in New York though, where it's like people have their friends but they're also lonely. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people here are, I feel like a lot of New Yorkers especially, we're just very open to like different things, like new things in general. So like I feel like if you know how to approach a person in New York, like they'll pretty much end up becoming your friend, you know, as
people
opposed
are
to
more
like,
friendly in New York, and they say New Yorkers are more
I feel like
mean.
New Yorkers are friendly.
Okay. I mean, I feel like it depends on the person.
Right. No, of course.
Because there's some people that just don't want to be bothered.
True. That is true.
You know?
All right, so let us know in a comment down below what you think. Have you had an experience where you tried to make a girlfriend and it didn't work out? Please let us know in a comment down below. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, and hit that bell button to make sure you get updated every time we upload. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.